In this problem, we're asked to determine the value of c described in the conclusion of the mean value theorem for the function f of x equals 8 square root of x on the interval from 1 to 4, where f prime of c satisfies this equation here. Okay, so the conclusion of the mean value theorem is just referring to this equation here. So to set up this equation, we want to calculate the right-hand side here first. And so that involves calculating f of b and f of a, where a and b are the endpoints of the interval. So in this case, a is 1 and b is 4. So calculating f of b first, right? So this fb is 4. So we're calculating f of 4. So what does this mean? This just means I'm plugging in 4 into the function. So we get 8 square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2, so 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, so the calculation here is 16. And then now we calculate f of a. So a was 1. Right, so now I plug in 1 into the function. Square root of 1 is just 1. And 1 times 8 is 8, so we get 8. Okay, so now that we calculate these two things, so now we can set up the right-hand side here, right? So f of b minus f of a over b minus a, right? So this we calculated was 16. This we calculated was 8. B is 4. And a is 1. Okay, so what do we get? 16 minus 8 is 8. 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, so that means that this right-hand side is equal to 8/3. Okay, so now what is the left-hand side? So f prime is the derivative. So we find the derivative, f prime of x. Right, so how do I find the derivative? Well, I think of this as 8x to the 1/2 power. Right, square root of x is just x to the 1/2 power. So now I apply the power rule. So the derivative is 1/2 times 8x to the minus 1/2 power. Okay, so then what is this equal to? 1/2 times 8 is 4. And then x to the minus 1/2 is just, it goes into the denominator, so you get square root of x in the denominator. Okay, so this is the derivative. Okay, so now this c is just the same as the x. So I'm just going to use x. So we have 4 square root of x, right? So the derivative, which is equal to 4 over square root of x, is equal to this thing. So now we have we set the derivative 4 over square root of x equals the previous calculation here, 8/3. And then now I just cross multiply. Four times 3 is 12, and then equals 8 times square root of x is 8 square root of x. Okay, so then I divide both sides by 8. So what is this? This is divisible by 4. So this is 3/2 equals square root of x, and then I just square both sides. So what do I get? So 9/4 is equal to x. Okay, so this again, c is just the same as the x, right? So this is the value of c that is being referred to.